Let's look at the best sci-fi games to play while waiting for Mass Effect 5. Let's start with the most obvious one, Mass Effect Legendary Edition. It makes sense to replay it before Mass Effect 5 comes out. With Mass Effect 5's release date still very far away, you can probably replay it a bunch of times if you're an addict like me. Guess we have time to do those weird playthroughs, like going full renegade. The logical next game to play is Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. You fight in a squad like Mass Effect, each squad mate with their own abilities. You have a ship where you can interact with the crew between missions, and it has a good story influenced by the decisions you make. It is a fun game with a lot of humor, as expected, and of course a great soundtrack. If I had to give it one negative, it would be that I didn't get the cast from the movie to do the voiceovers, and the characters look a bit different from those in the movie. It's not the end of the world though. Another fun space RPG you can play is The Outer Worlds, however this is in first-person perspective. This game reminds me more of Fallout than Mass Effect, however it is Fallout in space. First, the bad. The voice acting is average at best, the looting is overbearing and you never really feel connected to your main character like you did in Mass Effect with Shepard. Probably because they didn't give the main character a voiceover. Everyone else has a voiceover, but not you. The good, however, the gunplay and mechanics are fun, the environment is interesting to explore, and the story is somewhat interesting. A fun game to play, just don't have too high expectations. Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic 2. And yes, it is very old, but it is a classic which every sci-fi RPG fan should play. You can choose to be good or evil, learn different powers, customize your lightsaber, choose your party for missions and travel to different worlds on your starship. Sounds familiar, right? Because this is actually the game that inspired the creation of Mass Effect. System Shock, the remake. This is a first-person shooter with a non-linear story and skills you can improve. You fight a psychotic AI on a space station called Citadel. The AI turns the crew into cyborgs and mutants to fight for her, with the aim to do the same to Earth. Fighting an AI that creates monsters? That sounds familiar. It is a very good game and there is an extensive demo on Steam you can try before you buy. Helldivers 2. Yes, it is not an RPG, but it is an amazing third-person alien shooter. Think Starship Troopers. Plus you can play with friends. If you liked fighting against the Reaper forces, then you will like this game. You get to kill a lot of alien monsters, but be ready to die a lot yourself. It has very good ratings and is an absolute must. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. This third-person action-adventure is a fun modern take on Jedi games. However, it doesn't have the decision impact elements of Mass Effect or Knights of the Old Republic. The story is a lot more linear. It is still worth playing though. The environments are gorgeous and the gameplay mechanics are good. There is a sequel to this game, however the ratings are still bad because it is very buggy, which is why it didn't make this list. The next two space games are all about choices and making difficult decisions that impact the whole story. Firstly, let's look at Star Trek Resurgence. It is a type of interactive fiction with some action elements like a typical Telltale game. If you like the narrative of Mass Effect and the power to influence the story with your decisions, then this is the game for you. This is your chance to be part of a Star Trek crew, but this time you get to choose what happens. Once again, there is a demo available on Steam. Give it a try. The second choice-heavy game is The Captain. This is a 2D game all about hard choices, puzzle solving, interaction with NPCs and exploration. Every single encounter you have has multiple possible endings based on the choices you make. You also get to upgrade your ship and expand your crew, each of which has an impact on how the story progresses, and whether you will live and save humanity or not. Last but not least, Outer Wilds. This is not technically an RPG, but it is a mystery, exploration, puzzle-solving, story-rich game with multiple 2019 Game of the Year awards. It takes place in a tiny solar system with tiny planets, all trapped in an infinite time loop, and it is your job to figure out the mysteries of what is going on by exploring in your spaceship and on foot. It is a bit different than the other games, but still technically a space game. If you like figuring out mysteries, then this is the game for you. Thanks for watching. Check out our other videos and subscribe if you like.